Coaching Sale, episode 21. And that's how we're coming into it. Cars about to get in a car accident and shit down the street. Today we're going to go over a recap of last week's UFC event between Stipe versus Daniel Comier. And we are also going to go over the Lakers versus Portland and other miscellaneous things, whatever in between. So, big topics. Last week's fight, Lakers, Portland, and predictions and shit for today's game. All right. So, let's get it on.
Stipe and Comier.
Oh, wait, hold on. We should just shout out the hunger real quick.
Oh, yeah.
You want to get your cups made? You know what I'm saying? Like this, custom cups. You feel me? These are 2 beers. You know what I'm saying? You go ahead and hit my girl _Julene, JULENE _, and hit her up, whatever. Get your custom made mugs, man.
Should be in the description.
Exactly. Get whatever the hell you want and shit. It's great for Father's Day. It's great for anybody who like loves personalized shit, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And everybody likes to have their own goddamn drinking cup. She also does water bottles, coffee mugs, and all that shit. So hit her up, y'all. That was our advertisement.
Mm-hmm.
Sponsored.
All right. Now, the fight. I know we probably have a lot to say about the fight. It pretty much went, I guess, in the favor that we wanted it to go. It was a pretty competitive fight, but I had Stipe winning. I mean, it's not to take away from DC, because DC is still scrap. We had that one incident, and I think that's what people are going to start bringing up. Well, he got poked in. Both of them got poked in the eye. DC's poke was probably a little bit more severe than...
Did you score the fight 3-2 for Stipe?
Yes.
Exactly, yep.
Yes. So either way, I mean, DC would have lost. But
it was a close fight.
It was.
That's what 3-2. You know what I'm saying? It was the last round shit that did it, y'all. So
and I'm not saying that to discredit DC's eye poke when he got poked in the eye. He did have a little mouse, but I don't see how it messed up his vision not to be able to see. But he's actually losing the fight, so he would have had to knock Stipe out or seriously dominated that 5th round, like completely. So with that being said, people can argue whatever, but some people feel sorry for DC. I don't.
Think about it. After the eye poke, I can't see this. He came out and actually had his best round of the whole fight.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So I can't give him an excuse because he came out and he was scrapping.
A fight's a fight. You know what I'm saying? You get poked in the eye sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Again, they both poked each other. DC actually poked him first. It wasn't intentional, but it was a bad one. You know what I'm saying? We definitely see that and shit. And, people that, if it wasn't for... Dude, man, it's a fight, man. Shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Look at Sean O'Malley and shit with his, you know what I'm saying?
With his leg.
Yeah. He got kicked, you know what I'm saying? He probably had like a weak ligament or some shit like that. I forgot what they said about his foot. But that kick caused injury and shit, caused his foot to give out. So it wasn't just like a freak accident, at the end of the day, whatever, you get hit in certain spots, whatever, things go out, you're not really expecting to go out, and you still have to fight, and that still counts as a loss on your record.
Yes,
whether it was an asterisk on it or not, you know what I'm saying? However you want to do it, but it is what it is. So, back to the fight. It was great. I was super hyped for it. I was screaming my ass off, for goddamn sure.
People have to recognize now that Stipe is definitely in the talks of being one of the greatest, heavyweights that's fought. He's beat with every heavyweight contender so far that he's beat the greats.
He's beat Kane.
Yeah. He's beat DC twice now.
Twice.
So, and that's why
I knocked him out once,
yes.
You TKO'd him once and shit, so, they both got each other.
I was actually shocked that this one went the distance because both of them have knockout power. And each of them got caught a couple times, but the other one couldn't finish. So, I give them credit, though, because they both stood up.
I was impressed with the cardio of both the guys.
Oh, yeah.
Last time I think DC kind of got winded in the last fight, and which was kind of the cause of
him getting caught.
Yeah,
And,
you know what I'm saying? Like those, at the end of the day, whenever you get tired, shots hurt more. You feel it a lot more. It takes that much more out of you and shit when you're tired. So, you know, you start to get hit in the body and shit when you're already gasping for air, you know what I'm saying? Like those shots mean something, you know what I'm saying? He didn't just go down. He was eating them and he just couldn't anymore, you know what I'm saying? He gassed out. He got tired and shit. This fight, everybody had their gas tanks. You know, it wasn't going to be somebody's getting tired, this and that. But you know what was dope about it? DC, before the fight started, said Stipe better bring his wrestling shoes, right? You know, Stipe is not an easy man to bring down.
No.
Apparently. I think everybody really understands that now. Anybody just be going, oh, you're going to take Stipe down.
Yeah,
he's a great, and he's beat all these motherfuckers and shit for a reason. And he's a big dude. Yeah, you're not just taking Stipe down. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, in Ngannou, you might be able to do that because of his technique and shit like that. But even him, he's starting to get better and shit. He's starting to get harder and harder to take down. But these guys are big. You know what I'm saying? Just to go in there and be like, oh, I'm just going to take Stipe down over and over again. Like, man.
Easier said than done.
Exactly. And I think he understood that. You know what I'm saying? I think that he had to gain respect and shit for Stipe's wrestling. I think everybody had to gain respect for Stipe's wrestling. I think if Stipe wants to keep it standing, it's going to be standing at this point. You know what I'm saying? In his career, because who can keep him down? If he wants to take it to the ground, he'll take it to the ground. Look what he did with Francis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to keep it up, he'll keep it up. If he wants to grind you against the cage, he'll grind you against the cage. We've seen a lot in that last fight as far as different elements of his game that, honestly, I didn't know he had.
No. And that's, I mean, and both of them have to showcase something because he had to counter what the other was doing, which made it a good fight, which
Greats will elevate you.
5 rounds.
Great fighters and shit will elevate you and make you do things or whatever that you didn't even think that you were capable of.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, it just makes you react. You know, whenever you're put into rough spots or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, either the monster comes out or the bitch comes out. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of fighters and shit, they come up with new things or whatever just off of survival. You know what I mean? Like, just how Yair Rodriguez, when he knocked that dude out or whatever in the last minute, he just, boom. You know what I'm saying? A little, like, retreat, but my back elbow's up. Hey.
He caught him.
That was a survival tactic, and it worked.
Yes, it did.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that was it.
Yes, it did.
I'm fighting. You know what I'm saying? He fought. That was his shit. I never did it before, but fuck it, I'm throwing it. You know what I'm saying? Those desperations.
And that was one of those ooh moments.
Yeah.
You know, you as a spectator, you get the ooh. It was one of those.
Hell yeah. Fucking, but yeah, man. Great ass fight.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it was the greatest
No, I
fight
wouldn't
of
put
all
it up
time.
in like top 5 or anything like that. It was just a good fight. It was good, solid.
It wasn't even the greatest fight of the year. You know
No.
what I'm saying? It was, yeah.
No,
It
it was a
doesn't
good fight.
compare.
It was just a good fight.
Fucking, when it comes down to it, where do we rank DC, whatever, when it's all said and done?
Down,
At the
all the
bottom.
way down the end.
There's a bunch of them right here, huh?
Yeah. House of Hope's down there. That's Bobby's house.
I think it's House of Hope I'm going to.
That's all the way at the
way
bottom
down
on
at
the right.
end. Yeah, all the way down at the end.
I'm not knowing. She don't communicate well. She sent me a letter. I got the address.
Yeah, it's all the way down at the end.
These are almost all Victorian homes right here.
Yeah, old homes.
Like Long Beach Historical District. I think you guys got a little more establishment though, as far as really
Trying.
a house. Houses are boring. Houses out here. And they got Uptown Goodyear or Old Town Goodyear. That all of them pads, they're all tipped up. They put $5 million in them.
No offense, brother. We trying to shoot a show right here, though, man. Thank you, man. Sorry about that.
When you shoot, you're set outside, but that way you know it's live. It's not cut and you got to retake it. This shit is live.
Oh, one take.
And that's what you got to deal with when you shoot your stuff outside on the porch.
Anyways, fuck it.
Back to the fights.
So where do we put Stipe's legacy when it's all said and done? Because now he's retired.
No, Stipe's not retired.
No, I'm sorry,
DC.
not Stipe, DC.
Yeah.
You're right. I wish you would have
They
corrected me
won
like
it.
that. When I was talking about Utah instead of the fucking Clippers.
I didn't even catch it.
It's another story.
But yeah, so DC's gonna retire. He's still ranked as one of the best heavyweight. I mean, DC is an outstanding MMA fighter. The only thing that
You think he's number 2, or do you think Kane's number 2? Maybe he's number 3.
Wow, that's a good one. I don't know. I think I put DC. I think DC at edge Kane.
I don't think so, because I feel like DC. He always talks about how Kane beats his ass and shit. You know what I'm saying? In training camps, and Kane's always there as his main sparring partner.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
but
saying? Like,
I mean, but as far as
he takes his ass with all them black eyes and shit, it's probably all from Kane.
It probably is.
In between, like, yeah, we getting beat up.
But I'm going off of what I've seen in the MMA. Not, I mean, in sparring. I mean, Kane has beat some good cats too, and Kane has done his thing. But
well, before Stipe, it was Kane.
Yeah. So I mean, that's a rough. It's a rough one. I mean, I'll have to sit and go over all their fights or whatever. But the only thing that I didn't like about DC was
you remember what Kane did though. He's the one that came in and beat the Monster to get the heavyweight title and became the Monster.
Mm-hmm.
He came in and beat Brock Lesnar when Brock Lesnar was at the top. Roids was in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Brock Lesnar, never liked that dude, but
Kane beat the shit out of him. You know what I'm saying? Like it was nothing. You know what I mean? And he, in my opinion, he probably had the toughest road to get that belt.
Yeah, he did have the toughest road to the title.
You know what I mean?
He had one of the toughest roads to the title. I will give him that.
I think a lot of people kind of like. For me, I put that in there as far as him being, you know, Stipe's the greatest because he's beating everybody.
Yes.
Including him.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? So Stipe's got to be number 1. You can't put some guy like, I beat him. How can he be over? You know what I'm saying? Like, Stipe's got to be that. But as far as the road, I feel like Kane definitely had the hardest road to be the heavyweight championship of all time.
Yeah, and I wouldn't put.
And it's not a long history in the UFC as far as you know, a bunch of heavyweight champions and shit like that, because the sport is still fairly new compared to like football, baseball, and shit like that. You know, so there's only been a couple champions. You know, and only what was the title defense, like 8 or 7? So like it's not even like super high or nothing like that. You know what I mean? But just to have,
even, I mean, Jon Jones light heavy, and his is what, 6 title defenses,
something like that, right? And he's been ruling forever. But the thing is, he beat everybody before he got there. He also had one of the hardest, you know. But that's we're about to change subject and shit like I always do. So Kane again, hardest fucking. You know what I'm saying? Again, he's got to be number 2. Well, for me, I feel like he's got to be number 2 because DC, he didn't really fight in the heavyweights like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't really go through the grind and shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, because he came up. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he fought
he's fly,
3.
he's killing me.
He fought Derek Lewis with a bad back, but he also claims he had a bad back. You know what I'm saying? And outside of that, he just fought Stipe 3 times, and you lost the trilogy, and you lost twice. So your heavyweight legacy is whatever it was, and then in the UFC, what was it? In his last few fights, he won 2 out of 5, something like that. Or no, 2 out of 4.
Yeah.
So he's
2 out of 4.
You know what I mean? You're 2-2 in the heavyweight division. You had the belt at one point, and then you lost it the next fight. So
So I guess I mean, you do it that way, heavyweight. Yeah, because I'm going off of his whole career.
Nah, because he's 205.
So yeah.
You can have that argument at 205, but at the same time you can't because Jon Jones beat him.
Right.
Twice.
Yeah.
Unanimous and knockout. Same thing with Stipe. You know what I'm saying? He's always the number 2 guy.
Well, in the light heavy, he'd be number 2 because he snatched everybody up except Jon Jones.
And he's got to be, no matter what, minimum number 2.
Yeah, number 2.
Or maximum number 2.
Yeah, maximum number 2. Can't be number 1 because it's Jon Jones.
Definitely not the greatest all time because he's been beaten.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and it's not to edge his facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't say that. You know
what I'm saying? He's a great fighter. People, I mean, you can't sleep on his talents because the man can fight.
When you lose both of your rivalries, it kind of does put a little...
Puts a damper on it.
Exactly. Like, I'm sorry, man, but...
You know, it puts a damper on his
You lost 2 out of 3 in, like, your main rivalries and shit.
Puts a damper on his ranking, but not his skills because the man can still fight. Don't think that, you know, you just throw anybody in there with him because he'd knock their ass out. He just couldn't get his 2 rivals.
Mm-hmm. Fucking, I mean, and then like the other thing that goes against him in 205 is, well, when you got the belt, that's because Jon Jones and shit couldn't fight.
Yeah, because he got it stripped or whatever.
He got stripped for like 2 years, got suspended or whatever, and then he came back, and now you lost again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
yeah, like what do you? So where do you rank his career? Like, he's definitely one of the greats. Is he top 5? Is he even top 5?
In career, yeah, because they're gonna go off for numbers. They're gonna go off for numbers. So if you look at the numbers, career-wise, yes, he is top 5. Just strictly based on numbers.
What about Jose Aldo?
You going the whole UFC?
Well, if you're going
Or
career, if you're going career, we're going like, so we already went heavyweight, light heavyweight. Well, if we're going all time, yeah.
Oh, no. He would be top 5.
So he's not even top 5. Because again, I put Aldo ahead of him because he had a longer stint of being the man.
Yeah, because you got to think, we're going top 5 and doing the whole career. You got Anderson, Jon Jones. Yeah, no, he won't be top 5. No.
GSP.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. So there's a lot. No, he won't be top 5.
And you still got to put Stipe above him, Jon Jones above him. Like, he's out of so he's definitely not top 5.
That's what I'm saying.
So where do you put? Is he even top 10? Can we name 10 people better than him off the top of our heads? All right. So again, Jon Jones.
It'll probably be close.
Jon Jones, Stipe. We're going all time. Yeah, as far as careers go, you know what I'm saying? Jose.
Because
GSP.
But people may go favorites and throw Rampage. I mean, Rampage is my dog.
Nah, not Rampage.
But,
not me.
You know,
we're going all time
record-wise, yeah.
So I got.
Yeah, he's gonna be top 10.
Jon Jones.
He's gonna be top 10.
Jose, GSP.
You said Anderson Silva.
Anderson Silva. I didn't say him. So that's already 5 right there.
Mm-hmm.
Jon Jones. Oh, I already said Jon Jones. I put Kane above him. What else would I put above him?
So.
That's 6. So far we're at 7. Can I get somebody else in there? Oh, Demetrius Johnson.
Mighty Mouse?
Yep. 7. Who else? I think you might have to put in the Gracies. The OG Gracie.
But then they're gonna bring up Ken Shamrock and.
Can we say, DC in my opinion is better than Ken Shamrock?
Yeah.
So he's top 10.
So he'll be in top 10.
He's top 10.
So
It's debatable, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's people who can find another few people to fill those slots and shit. I just can't think of them, but I think he's arguably top 10. Top 5, out the question.
Yeah, not top 5, but top 10, yes.
So that's his career. As far as light heavyweight and heavyweight, he's max number 2, lowest number 3 in both divisions.
And that's nothing to sneeze at. That is,
Yeah.
Don't think that we're shooting on DC because the man is bad. He really is.
I mean, we're saying 2 greats are better than him.
Yeah. I mean, he's a bad man. You know, I don't have to like him to give him credit because he deserves the credit that he's getting. Well, with that being said, I mean, we shifted to Jon Jones, one of his rivalries. You know, with Jon Jones.
Gustafsson or DC? Either way, he killed those rivalries.
Yeah, I say DC.
Killed that shit too.
Yeah.
Ain't no rivalries and shit. I beat you twice.
Yeah.
And that's really what it is. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he beat everybody twice. It's not like it was 2-1 or nothing like that. It was 2-0.
But Jon Jones is actually
People act like DC won one.
No, he didn't.
Hey, I don't even know how that makes a rivalry and shit. I see the Gustafsson because that was like split decision. That was close. Arguably, might have lost that fight. And like, depending on how you see it and shit, I wouldn't even blame you. There's an argument for both sides.
Mm-hmm.
DC, there's not an argument for either fight. You know. So
What about the news about Jon Jones now?
Jon Jones going to heavyweight?
Yeah.
Jon Jones going to heavyweight? All right, so what Dana White pretty much said was that he's going to let Jon Jones kick it, get acclimated, bulk up and shit, you know what I'm saying, take his time. And then there's already some fights pretty much lined up. DC and Francis Ngannou's next. As far as title goes. Who else is out there? Derek Lewis. The thing with Jon Jones is you can't put him in there with just anybody because the thing is he'll beat most of them. It's not really
because of
that's
his
what
skill
also
set.
it goes down to liability. You know what I'm saying? It's not just a little guy coming up. He's a big dude and shit that goes down and shit. You know what I'm saying? He's a naturally big guy. You know, and he can get bigger, he can get stronger, like, you know.
People know him as a light heavy, but if
DC says he's the strongest dude he's ever fought and shit, and he fought Stipe.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
And
So what
Jon
does that
Jones,
say?
Jon Jones has the ability to grow. He has the ability to put weight on that frame. If you know Jon Jones' family, you know he has 2 NFL brothers that are huge. So Jon Jones has the potential to put muscle on that frame, which he did actually when he was suspended. When he was lifting weights or whatever, he had to drop back down. He had to lose some more weight just to come back to do that whole heavyweight when he got in trouble or whatever. But the boy bulked up, and all he was doing was lifting and getting strong. So he does not lose his strength when he has to drop weight for his fights. So now that if he goes straight to heavy, and Dana's giving him that time to put that weight on, he's not going to do it a messed up way. He's going to do it methodical. He's going to make sure the weight gain is proper. It's going to be at the right time. It's not going to be a drastic weight gain. So I'm actually looking forward to see Jon Jones at a heavyweight.
It's going to be interesting.
It
You
really
know what
is.
it's going to bring? It's going to add a danger that we
Yes.
don't really see with Jon Jones and shit. Like, we haven't seen in a long time. We haven't seen anybody threaten him. Like, we've seen him threaten him with a loss, I guess, but not danger.
No.
He's never really in danger. Nobody's hurting him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Nobody. We've seen him stumble maybe once or twice in his career. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I don't even remember those fights and shit. But I you know, you could probably find it. Well, maybe he stumbled here. You could find it. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure.
It was
But
probably against Gustafsson. But I mean, that was the most even fight
that's
that he
one of
ever
them.
had.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? And he's already talked about it. Everybody knows about that fight. He came in undertrained and some more shit, whatever, taking him lightly. And we seen what happened the second time though, blew him out the water.
Yes, he did.
So
yes, he did.
as it comes to Jon Jones going up to heavyweight, my thing is you think DC was dominant. Jon Jones beat him twice easily. So why wouldn't he go up there and shit and handle shit even easier than he did? What makes you think that he doesn't stand a good chance against fucking Stipe? They're about the same height.
Yeah, because DC went up there and did his thing.
And he's got longer reach than Stipe.
Oh, the DC.
No, huh?
He has longer range than Stipe?
They're about the same height. If you look it up, they're like the same height, and he has
Yeah,
abnormally
Jon Jones
long
has
reach.
long arms. Yes, he does.
Yes. So if they're the same height, he's gonna have longer reach.
Yes, he does. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Naturally.
And DC went up there and did his thing. Period.
The only
He really
advantage Stipe has is that he's been fighting in the heavyweight division. That's
Yes.
it. You know, but that doesn't say that. Again, Jon Jones has been dominating a natural heavyweight as well, which is DC. You have problems with
Yeah.
I've been dominating this dude. You know what I'm saying? He never made it to, well, he made it to 5 rounds with me one time and shit, you know what I'm saying? But again, we seen what happened the second time. The second time with you feel me?
Yep.
We seen what happened. So, it's gonna go to decision one time. After that, I'm fucking, I got his number, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the first time wasn't close either.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like Jon Jones is smart, and people are like, well, he can get hit, and that's a he can get
He
hit,
can get hit, but
he can also take a punch.
yeah, who can't get hit? I've seen plenty of them get hit. I've seen plenty
But the way he
fighters
fights
get
though
rocked
lately,
and come back like,
but Pops, the way he fights though lately, man, it's a little scary. If he keeps doing this shit and backing up in the heavyweight division, these guys are taller, bigger,
Yes. And
longer.
hit
They're
hard.
gonna touch him.
And they hit hard.
They're gonna touch him.
Yeah.
That is what I would be scared of, because he's not gonna be. You can't get acclimated for that in camp, really, unless you have
Right.
motherfuckers trying to knock your head off.
Right.
You can't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the danger for me. You know what I'm saying? If he fights like this, I'm worried about it. And that's what I see in my head, him fighting Ngannou.
Well,
I see him getting away with that with Stipe, because Stipe is more
more
technical.
Yes.
Ngannou will fucking bum rush you
Come
and
at you.
shit. That ain't gonna help out. You gotta
That's
move.
like him getting him in the ring. his first fight, and he fought somebody like crazy ass steroid boy, you know, and run at him with all that meat. And,
you're talking about Brock Lesnar?
Yeah, because that's how Brock used to beat his people. That's why I hate
Yeah,
to see him fight.
he
He
just
run right on
motherfuckers.
it. Like, this 300, damn near 400-pound dude running at me. What the hell? You know what I mean? What do you do? Like, shit.
Jump out the way. Jump that nigga.
It's like, man, now you really got to go to the football field and shake him. Put some cones out there in the MMA ring.
Shot just stiff arm him and shit. It'd be straight.
All right, let's shift some gears. All right, because we can talk about MMA all day long. We really can. Let's go to the NBA thing.
Oh, motherfucking. So
Portland?
we remember we have a wager.
Yes.
I say Portland wins the series, and I'm not feeling good about it.
And I say no. I say LA.
He says Lakers are gonna figure it out. So, go ahead, man.
All right. So the first game, Portland, LA. Portland came out, light threes up.
It's the only part I'm gonna like about the second.
You know, light them up, right? Lakers were they weren't doing anything. You know, and then because I go, you know, text message with a lot of people, and they hit me, oh, they say, oh, Lakers are playing defense. They're not playing defense. And they said, no, Portland usually scores 122. They scored 100. So what? That doesn't mean that the Lakers played D. I said, no, the Lakers had a shitty-ass game. They didn't shoot well or anything. I mean, Portland didn't have their best game either, but their game was better than LA's because their three-point shooting kept them in the game and put them up top. Now, that first game, like, the Lakers played like garbage. Straight garbage.
Missed layups.
They lost by 7.
Don't forget the missed layups.
Yes. They lost by 7. But
It's only part of the segment I got.
right, if they had made
Shit.
half of their free throws, just half of their free throws, they probably would have won by 5. They lost by 7.
But they
you
did.
make half their free throws, they win by 5. All right. So the first game gone. Second game, I said it's going to be a different story.
It was.
So it started out, boom, you know, looked like, oh man, it's going to be like the first game. No, the Lakers turned up that defense on them. So now, the Lakers are playing D, and they're doing what I even suggested, but I'm not a coach, so it's not like they hear me, but I guess, you know, they're thinking, the way I was thinking, you have to mirror Dame Lillard. You shadow him, go wherever he goes. When he gets it, don't give him that open lane to drive. Don't give him that open step back or step side to shoot. So with that being said, you know, let Dame get 17, 20 points. Who cares? He's not getting 50. They're going to need 50 or 60 points from Dame in order for them to win the game. So what happens when the Lakers turn up the defense? Boom. They're blowing Portland ass out by 30. Now, with that being said, the Lakers still didn't have a good shooting game. They just turned that defense up. Now you turn the defense up, defense turns into offense. So that's when they start getting some buckets. So the Lakers still haven't figured it out. They're still calibrating stuff. AD hit 30 on the ass. LeBron, they said, oh, LeBron didn't score that. LeBron only had 10, and he won by 30. Now, think of this. LeBron almost had a triple-double. But think, when LeBron starts scoring, AD scoring, Kuz is scoring, KCP is scoring, I think the Lakers are just they have too much depth for Portland. Portland has a little bit of depth. They got Carmelo, you know, they got some three-point shooters, and they have Dame. They don't have what the Lakers have. If the Lakers play ball, they will beat Portland's behind every single time, period. Now, Portland may squeeze out one more game. Because I said they may get 1 or 2 games. I'll give them that. But the series is going to the Lakers. Anybody can call me out on that. I'm going to tell you now, the Blazers don't have enough for the Lakers. And that's just my opinion.
Well, right now your opinion's looking really fucking good, isn't it? But it wasn't looking good
It's just 1-1.
2 games ago.
It's 1-1. No,
Oh,
it wasn't
yeah.
looking good. It's just 1-1.
Oh, yeah.
I don't panic. I don't get overly excited either. Because it is NBA. Anything can happen.
But
See,
Damian Lillard dislocated his fucking finger,
that's going to be a problem.
and I'm fucking worried. I feel like I should just give you the money right now.
That's going to be a problem.
I feel like I should just go give you the money right now because, wow.
No, I mean, anything can happen, though. Because C.J. McCollum can shoot.
Yeah, but his back's hurt. Do you know that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so there's could be games and shit where he just can't do it.
Yeah, but he said it's kind of overrated. He said the media overrated. He said he feels great. He can shoot. He can run. He's been doing things. So he said until his back gives him problems, he's not going to say anything. He said
but we don't know how bad it is. It could create stiffness. It could throw off his rhythm. It could fuck up his extension.
But with CJ, what I like about CJ, he said I make no excuses. I come to play. He said if I can play, I'm going to play. He said, my back feels fine right now. He said they're blowing it out of proportion. And this is what CJ's mouth. He said, I'm fine. But that dislocated finger of Dame's is going to be a problem. I said that too right when I saw it happen. Boom. I'm like, oh, that's going to be a problem. He's right-handed.
That's not even the thing.
Well, I know, but people...
It's the fact that he dribbles to make his shots.
And people say, well, it was his left hand. I understand that. But even if I mess up my left hand, it's going to affect me on the basketball court because I can't do my crossover the way I can.
Yeah.
Your left hand, if you're right-handed, that's your guide hand. So now he's going to have to focus on one-hand shots. You know, he could probably use it a little bit to guide. It just depends on what his pain threshold is. Which, I mean, Dame is a gamer, you know, but
I think he's going to be fine in the shot, but it's going to be the dribble.
His dribbles, yeah.
And that's a big part of his game that's not going to be there anymore because of that. And that's the part I'm worried about. I'm worried about him catching passes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm worried about, like, the quick ones. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm worried about him fucking, you know, not being so quick and shit to fucking, you know, when you got somebody reaching in on you and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe being a little hesitant, like, fuck my finger and shit. Like, if they keep jabbing it, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's gonna fuck him up and shit. Like, I'm worried about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't Kobe. We're about to find out, though.
No.
We're about to find out, though.
No, we're about to see. No, I mean,
if he comes out and does some Kobe shit,
he may have some will like Kobe, but Kobe was cut from a different cloth. But there are some players like that, players that we don't even know that are cut like that.
Dame is showing it right now.
Yeah, so we don't know until they get in that game and actually do their thing.
Yeah.
But contrary to popular belief,
I'm not feeling confident going into this next game today. Okay, I'm not feeling confident
because LeBron still has to have a monster game. He had a decent game. The first game, he had 21 points or whatever, but he had a triple-double. So
he had a high triple-double with that.
And he still did not have a great game. Now, when LeBron has a great game, it's going to be problems. Because usually when LeBron has a great game, he drags all of his teammates in there with him. So if he has a great game, that means he's facilitating. He's scoring. He's dishing that rock. He's getting rebounds. He's playing deep. So that's what LeBron has to do. He has to remain that leader.
That's what he did in the last one.
And he did. And that's why he only had 10 points. He had 7 boards, 7 assists.
I'm not talking about the last. I'm talking about the time he got the little triple-double. He got 21 points. Yeah. He had like 15 or 16 assists, 15 or 16 rebounds, and they still lost.
Because everybody else was not clicking.
Yeah, so I mean, like, we've also seen him do that shit and nothing happened to him.
Yeah, because KCP
sucked.
You know, yeah. AD didn't have a good game either. So that's what I'm saying. So
his percentage was way off.
When they click, and I think people say, "Oh, Kuzma, look, Kuzma is the man."
He's been playing soft, low key.
But except this last game, he started playing rough. Now, what they need to do, and I know they probably won't do it, but if they do it, it's gonna give teams fits. You put AD and Dwight Howard in at the same time. You don't leave them in for a long period of time together, but put them in at the same time. Because Dwight's going to go down there, bang, 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 take him out, then you put McGee in there. Bang, 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 you take AD out, put Dwight back in. Bang, 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 you take McGee out, put AD back in. You keep rotating those 3 7-footers, they're going to give people fits. You put Kuzma in. Kuzma, KCP.
Just leave Kuzma in.
And let him run around with Dame. When Kuzma gets tired, you put KCP or Caruso in. Now, Dame's going to get his points. You can't stop Dame. You can't. That's like saying you're going to stop Kobe, you're going to stop Michael Jordan. You can't stop him, but you can slow him down. You can't stop him, but you can slow him down. He's going to get 25 on you. So what? That's slowing him down. He's not going to get 40 or 50 on you. So you can slow him down. You can't stop him. You can slow him down. So don't think about stopping him. You think about slowing him down. And you make the other team beat you. You make Carmelo Anthony beat you. don't give him any open shots because the boy can still shoot. You make CJ beat you. You know, don't give him an open shot because he can still shoot, but you make them beat you. But you stifle Lillard. That's how you do that. And if they keep doing that, Portland in for the world, you know, world of hurt, and everybody start bringing up other teams. You know, Dallas, though, we got some for Dallas. We got some for the Clippers. We've already showed that we can beat both those teams. Houston may give us a little issues when they get Russell back, but all we got to do is frustrate.
Houston's gonna be a problem.
All we got to do is frustrate Russell. He's going to work himself into some technicals, probably get kicked out of the game. Harden's going to get his points regardless because he's going to step across the half-court line and shoot. But Harden's also another big baby.
If the Lakers or Portland, I give a fuck, whoever makes it out of this round, they better hope Dallas don't make it out the round. They better hope that shit don't happen because Porzingis.
Dallas gonna have problems because old boy's hurt.
Yeah, he just got hurt. You're fucking right. God damn it.
You know, which sucks for Dallas.
What kind of injury was it?
Oh, his ankle, and they showed it too. Oh,
He broke it?
no, he didn't break it, but it's a bad sprain because his ankle folded like a blanket. He tried to come back in, but he couldn't. He tried. He was out there for a sec. You know, I give him much heart, but then he had to go back. Yeah, Zubac is he's a beast, man. But
Yeah, it's over for Dallas. All right.
you know, so
I'm not really scared of Utah for the Lakers.
neither am I.
I was only afraid of Portland for the most part. Houston does provide
Houston,
a
yeah,
threat, but
yeah.
they're inconsistent in my opinion.
They are.
They're actually showing consistency lately, but you know, whenever it matters against, like, they're always good in like the first round. Honestly,
Even the Clippers. I'm not even worried about the Clippers.
the Clippers aren't doing that good.
No.
Shit, they're having problems. They're having motherfucking problems. They're lucky Doncic got hurt because they couldn't stop him.
No.
He's getting 42 in losses.
Man,
That's a bad dude.
Doncic to me, and Shannon Sharp said it too. He's probably the closest thing to Larry Bird that's coming to the league. Because he can shoot from anywhere. He has dribble skills. He can pass.
His 3-point percentage isn't there.
Yeah, his hustle is ridiculous though.
He hustles.
You know.
He's not as tough as Larry Bird though.
Well, there's not a whole lot of cats in the league now that is tougher than the guys that played back then. You don't have the Bill Lambiers.
But the thing is Larry Bird was a dog, and Doncic isn't really known to be a dog. You know what I'm saying? And that persona, whatever, you know what I'm saying, like, it kind of matters and shit when you compare him to Larry Bird. As far as his points
That's what I'm saying. He's the
contribution and shit like
closest.
that,
That's what I'm saying. He's the closest thing to Bird.
man, I don't see it.
Who else is closest to Larry Bird in the league? That's been in the league.
Has been in the league, Larry Bird, huh? I got one for you.
Larry Bird-esque.
I got one for you. Go ahead, keep talking
Who
now.
that? Because he seems to be the closest to me. I mean, because not even Dirk. And Dirk was bad. You know?
KD.
No. I'm talking about White Cats.
What? I wasn't seeing color, y'all.
Yeah. No, because that's what they're trying to compare. That's what they're trying to compare. Which white dude is the
What
closest to
book?
Bird?
I don't feel like it matters. I feel like the game and shit. Like KD has, I feel like, the closest game to fucking Bird and shit than anything.
No,
It's just a little more
that's
evolved.
something they brought up because they were saying, okay, what's the closest white cat that's closest to Larry Bird? They couldn't say white chocolate. No, he wasn't. He had mad dribble skill.
Because once KD learned how to pass, it was over.
Yeah.
Once he learned how to set niggas up, like, it was over. He was going from 3 and dropping it down low. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. Because with playing with Golden State and shit, he's seen the team and shit always drove. You know what I'm saying? Even if they don't have the ball, they're moving and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to have to go out there and shit, you know what I'm saying, implement that same fucking hustle and shit at Brooklyn. Like, look, nigga, this is how it works. Everybody needs to run around, including myself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's how I get open. You know what I'm saying? That's how we make shit happen. In hopes that he does some shit like that. But, like, I think he will. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, because that's how Golden State and shit is Golden State. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you need players that can knock those shots down.
Yes.
Right now, they don't have the players to knock the shots down. They're creating the shots. They're running those. They're running around. They're real scampy and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but whenever The league is about to change when the Golden State is healthy. It's about to go right back to fucking old days. You know what I'm saying? As we call them.
Yeah.
Because the thing is like Golden State actually took the year off, and people don't understand that. Like they forgot about that. So while everybody's getting their shine, this and that, everybody, Golden State is just, hey, they paid their guys, and that's what I love about that organization. They paid their guys and said, hey, sit out for the season, just get better. That's all we want. And then come back and ball out. Like you have guaranteed money. We're taking care of you. You took care of us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that. I love that shit. You know what I'm saying? And they gave their team the best chance to win. You know what I mean? They had Draymond Green out there still running and shit. You know what I'm saying? Basically keeping he's like the dog and shit on the farm. You know what I'm saying? Keeping everything in line. You know what I mean? And waiting for the fucking the big dogs to come back and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and whenever Klay Thompson is back healthy, people forget about that. Like that's what we don't have in the West right now. This is what LeBron ain't facing right now. And this is what I'm saying. Like Charles Barkley said it, but motherfucker said he was hating and shit. But for real, anybody who wins and shit, you know what I'm saying, this year is one of the easiest paths and shit to the goddamn.
Yeah, it is. It's
one of the easiest paths.
Anybody that knows
anybody that wants to
cannot
go try to exaggerate,
they can't argue with that.
If they want to exaggerate and say like, oh, like no, it's harder because of the, like, dude, you're making excuses.
No,
you're making excuses.
It's not harder because of the coronavirus. It's easier.
It's actually easier because now you can focus. You have no choice but to focus.
You're in the bubble. You don't have extra shit going on. No.
You want to ball, go ball.
It's the
you want to
easiest
practice, go
path
practice.
to the NBA title this year.
And everybody's injured. Like at least Golden State's injured, and that matters. You know what I'm saying? Because that would have changed a whole lot of shit. Portland would not be in the fucking in the playoffs right now. I'll tell you that.
No, they would have been bumped out. They'd have been at number 9.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one thing.
They'd have been number 9.
That's one thing. You know what I mean? Like Clippers, they probably would have got dogged out. To playing the way they fucking play.
Mm-hmm.
They honestly play slow compared to Golden State. Everybody plays slow compared to them. The Lakers can't keep up with them either.
No, that's not the Lakers' game.
It's not. And to slow that shit down, that's not their game either because niggas get lazy on that team. And that's LeBron James. I'm just saying. He carries that same mantra and everybody's like, oh, I can slack off sometimes because that nigga does it. All of his teams do it and shit because, except for Miami, because he didn't run that shit.
Yeah. Either way it goes, the path to the NBA title goes to the Lakers. Beat them.
You think the Lakers? You think the Lakers got it?
I don't see anybody. The team, not
With
unless
the
the
way they're
Lakers
playing
just
right
totally
now?
screw up. I don't see anybody like really giving them fits like that except Houston.
Well, what about for the championship? Like if they run into Miami?
Miami's not playing. The East isn't playing that tough right now either. This shit is all mixed up too.
I feel like Miami's running shit. Like they're doing the thing. They're 2-0 in their shit right now.
Who they playing?
They're playing Orlando, but I'm just saying they're doing what they're
That's
supposed
what
to
I'm
do.
saying. But you know.
Who are the Lakers playing? They're playing a team that barely made it to the playoffs. You're supposed to dominate number 8.
If you put Portland in the East, that team, this Portland, put them in the East, are they the 8th seed?
I don't know because the record was pretty shitty. They're definitely
No,
the
what I'm
8th seed.
saying is, but if you take them and put them in the East, would they be the 8th seed? They wouldn't be the 8th seed.
I'd have to look at the numbers, but I don't think so.
No, because their numbers would look different
Yeah.
if they were in the East. They'd be smacking people around if they were in the East.
Like I said, that Jimmy Butler is just different.
Butler is different.
Butler's different, man. And if the Lakers are off, he's gonna take advantage of that shit. And their squad ain't no chumps.
But that's when you go.
Like
see,
I don't see Boston. I don't see definitely the 76ers. Fuck
yeah,
them.
I don't see Philly. The Bucks, when they get their head out their ass.
In my opinion, whoever wins out the West and shit wins.
Yeah. Oh yes. I don't.
Like
yeah.
I thought the championship is a Western Conference Finals.
It is, and I don't see. Man. Yeah. I don't see that. Yeah. I don't see anybody.
I don't see anybody else competing and shit after that. Like who else is gonna really have a chance? With the way Giannis plays, I mean, and their team, they're pretty off right now. And they're kind of showing all they have. He said Middleton's been, he's been super off. You know what I mean? Everybody's like, what about Middleton? Look at him. He's not doing his part. And if those side pieces and shit do nothing and shit, and Giannis can score 31 a night. It does nothing.
I said, it won't mean anything.
Yeah, these teams are scoring 120 a game. 30 points ain't shit.
It won't mean anything.
Everybody else needs to score 30. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all really want to mean something to the fucking team and shit, but nobody out the West and shit. Nobody out the East and shit can challenge the West.
No.
The way it's looking right now. Who's in there? Brooklyn, Orlando Magic, fucking Pacers.
76ers.
Look, I don't even have to mention them.
So, yeah. Yeah.
So, this NBA bubble shit, you guys enjoy it while it's in the West, because once it goes championship, it's gonna get pretty straight and narrow. And I'm about ready to give this man his money and shit, depending on how this game goes, because
Lake Show.
dislocated finger, that's why.
All
Alright.
He's getting their ass whooped for that dislocated finger. About 30.
Alright. Well, do you got anything else to say?
That's it. Just be ready to watch it. Mark my words. And don't forget, subscribe. Get you a glass, man. Get you a mug. This shit is dope. You know it is. It's the new one. Las Vegas Raiders. Yes, I'm a Raider fan. Don't hate.
Check out our sponsors in the description.
And we'll get back with you guys real soon. Next podcast. You have any suggestions y'all want to hear, want to talk about? It doesn't even have to be sports. It can be something funny. You guys just want to know something about it. I don't care if it's relationships. I don't care what it is. You can talk about this whole school pandemic, whatever. All right, just hit us up. All right. Anyway, you guys enjoy your weekend. Have a great one. It's episode 21. Look out for 22. Deuces.